one of the most common questions I get when women are working on balancing their hormones. But first, I'm Marissa Fay. I'm a hormone and gut health expert for women. I help women balance their hormones, reverse their symptoms, and actually feel better with natural methods. So I'm climbing the side of a mountain, and it is no joke, especially because I live at altitude, but coming into the mountains adds even more. In case you don't know, that means there's less oxygen in the air. So your body has to work a lot harder to get oxygen in and enough oxygen to move and to live. And it reminded me of the impact coffee and caffeine can have on your body and your hormones when you are not mindfully consuming it. So just like altitude is a stressor on my lungs, caffeine in any shape or form, like coffee, espresso, yerba mate, even things like matcha, and especially energy drinks, they all register as a stress on your body. But just because something is a stress on your body doesn't mean across the board it's bad for you. It does, however, mean that you need to be really mindful in how and when you consume it. And there may be phases or stages of life where it actually is a better idea not to consume it at all because your overall stress cup is rather full. In general, here are the starter rules I give many of my women clients, maybe like you, who are used to a daily coffee and still want to try to enjoy that while we're working on balancing your hormones. 1, never, ever, 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 ever consume coffee on an empty stomach. This literally just adds gasoline to the fire that is your stress. 2, quality matters. Coffee is one of the crops that's known to be sprayed the most with pesticides. It also very easily harbors mold, and in some cases even fungus. So, in an ideal world, the vast majority of the coffee you consume is at least organic, and even better if it's tested for mold. And 3, no caffeine within 10 to 12 hours of when you plan to go to sleep. Studies actually show that even people who say that they can fall asleep after having caffeine later in the day actually aren't getting quality sleep. So whether or not caffeine later in the day actually inhibits you from falling asleep is not as important as the quality of the sleep you might get. Have another question about caffeine and your hormones? Drop it in the comments below.